Mercenaries 2. We're doing the side mission, the Jungle Cruise. This is for the PLAV. Throughout the game,
See you.
the
Because it
outposts
means
have
more
got
of
these
Carmona's troops
side
will
missions, if you want
die.
to call it
What you
that.
got?
But everything unlocks something, whether you need it or not. But anyway,
Sure, sounds
we're
easy.
doing a complete walkthrough of the game, and this one could be a little bit on the challenging side. Level 2 and 3. Sometimes you'll have a helicopter chasing you down halfway through it, and there's a lot of mines in the water that you have to traverse, and Demented's in the gunner seat.
I found that, let's just call him what he is, the Chinese officer supplying the PLAV with guns.
China. This is gonna get interesting. China. This is gonna get interesting.
I suppose you guys could
Well,
both take
they're a
separate
big
boats,
country.
but
I guess they need oil
I
too.
doubt it. I think it'd be better just one boat, one guy manning the gun. That's the best way to go about it. There's a lot of mines in there.
Definitely
Although
a
I do have
prototype.
this cannon in the front. I pretty much have my hands just driving this boat. It does have a little jet boost thing here. I think the left bumper will activate its little boost. And then getting through the canal here, there's boats that you have to get around, and then eventually they'll get into where all the oil derricks are, and they put mines all around. Wasn't this time, but I think in previous walkthroughs I was able to just like drive through the mines, but it's better just to shoot them if possible, and that's where Demented comes into play.
The UP has mines in the water. You've got to be careful. You've entered hostile territory. Universal Petroleum will shoot you on sight.
Okay, so the last one, level 3, we actually had some difficulty. You know, the way the game is, and the stuff doesn't spawn till you get close and that kind of thing. And right about here is where a UP helicopter will come and pretty much light you up. And like I say, I can't shoot some of the mines with the gun that I got control of, but you know, I'm just trying to put the hammer down. Use a little boost to get across here. So one of the main achievements is unlocking all the items, so you're kind of forced to have to do these side missions, but all this stuff unlocks something, so in order to get that achievement, you'd have to do it, but we do it all no matter how difficult it is because it's money, and that's what this game's all about, fuel and money. Okay, even though we haven't broke the halfway point in the game, when I say that as far as opening up the other half of the map and China and the AN are available, this little side thing puts some Chinese right here. It's a Chinese boat. There's some guys on the shore here. Don't really know, they're fighting the pirates or something, but if you feel like getting yourself a nice little SMG, you can whack one of these Chinese or the Chinese captain there and get that little SMG. It's kind of nice. I played with it for a while.
I'm going in!
Nice find.
Palo money. That's always a good thing.
Got it. Pickup incoming.
Attack!
The threat is over.
Enemy sighted!
Whack 'em.
Scratch one Chinese grunt.
Give me that SMG.
All troops, open fire! Target the mercenary!
Got it.
One of them had the air fuel rocket, then we would have been in
Sure, sounds
having
easy.
something there, but
This run will be more difficult after getting through last time.
Advancing!
one of the things that never really spent a lot of money on are the boats. You know, bought a few of this and that just in case you happen to be find yourself out in the water and you need to get out. I think what I did is bought a couple of the wave runners, sharks, whatever they call them, just in case you're in the water and you need to get moving, and maybe a couple of the PMC boats that you see in the backyard there, via Ava's little inventory, but not a lot. Didn't spend a lot on that. There's just a lot of other things you need to be spending your money on. Mostly supplies, airstrikes, and quality helicopters, which would be the American Ambassador, the VC Anaconda,
Everyone in this area an enemy. So
and the
expect a
Chinese
firefight.
War Song or something like that. But and then obviously any of the light to heavy vehicles as far as tanks or APCs. Not a big fan of the APCs, especially the ones that are powered by the buttons. There's one, I think it's called the Statesman for the Americans. It drives like a tank. That's very doable. It's got 2 tool missiles on it. It's got a nice 25mm cannon on it.
Commercial patrol, you can chase my
Bought a few of those, but when it gets down to it, you know, you're spending your money on the stuff that really matters to you. You know, like that American Ambassador helicopter. It's pretty much one of our go-to helicopters. And then the VC Anaconda, mostly it's a big, heavy helicopter, and it has 80 rockets. So when you need to go into an area and pretty much light it up, that helicopter will do a lot of damage. So you know, everyone's got its ups and downs. So kind of how we gear it. And then obviously when you get to the American heavy diplomat tank, that's pretty much our go-to tank right there.
We got trouble!
Enemy sighted!
Firing on the boat! It's one of ours! Wait!
I'm hit!
Firing
The
on
boat
the boat!
seems fine.
Who is that?
Alright, that's going to take care of level 2.
Moving in!
Yep. I'm gonna buy a lot of those junker cars. Nope, didn't buy any of those.
You help with something? Sure, sounds easy.
Ava's got some nice stuff. There's no question about it. It is just very, very pricey, and they're basically on the light armor side as far as under the classification. It's under the light side, not the heavy side. And the four-wheel drive Vulcan. It's a four-wheel drive SUV that has this serious Gatling cannon on the top. I really like it. It's kind of fun. It'll take a little bit of damage, but not a lot. But if you can hang back and let your co-op partner use that gun, it will pretty much clear the way for you. So what had happened was we kept failing this mission, not via our problem, just the UP helicopter kept getting us, or we'd hit a mine, or whatever the situation is. So I was like, let's switch boats, see if that changed our luck. And he's like, yeah, let's just take this boat. So anyway, you know, kind of is what it is. So we finally get it. Okay, up the canal right there on the left, you get that little ramp. You can go through there if you like. Whatever's floating your boat, so to speak. Right there's a ramp if you want to try to get around this thing. I always wind up just driving around the front of it.
The UP has mines in the water. You've got to be careful.
Right here is where the helicopter, you can see he's shooting at it. For some reason the crossboats there weren't there that particular time, don't know why. Like every time you try to get that little piece of land that you got across, the boats are kind of coming across from you, blocking you, making you having to run them over. Time just to make a dash to the end. Whatever the reason, this last jungle cruise gave us a little bit of work to get it done. That UP helicopter kept lighting us up.
The boat
for
seems
whatever
fine.
reason, and if this thing takes too much damage, the boat's in the bag. So that's 1, 2, 3 cruises. 800,000 a pop. Definitely put some money in the till right there. And then there's always a pallet of money up here to loot, so that's a good thing. And then if you feel like messing with the Chinese, by all means,
Nice find.
do so.